During the mysterious murders of Muslim clerics, Uganda police produced a kill list of clerics. But police also said that the clerics were killing each other in Muslim wrangles. I wrote to the press at the time saying that these two facts don't add up because a list can only be written by one assassin against all the victims. So they all can't be on one list while also said to be killing each other in some tit for tat, because then you would not have the victims from opposing factions on the same list. After we pointed that out, Police Chief Kaihura tried to get some inmates in the dead of night from Luzira Maximum Security Prison to accuse one particular cleric of the murders so as to try and make Uganda police's two incoherent statements mathematically logical. But the inmates refused to make the false accusation against an innocent person. Their refusal was made public in the Daily Monitor newspaper. I thus immediately knew that the serial murders of clerics was a senseless sectarian act by the state, and the late Prosecutor Joan Kagezi, who was handling that case and was killed at that very time, was most likely murdered for knowing too much about the Museveni regime's heinous plot and then refusing to be part of changing the charges for the nth time to frame innocent people. I am not surprised at the arrest of police officer Agasire for the murder of Kagezi. He has possibly accepted to be the sacrificial lamb so that the buck does not reach General Kale Kaihura and ultimately Museveni himself, who must have authorized the whole operation from the beginning and followed its progress during his weekly intelligence briefings. He is known historically to be bigoted against Muslims, especially the Mbarara killings of 1979. So let me repeat again what I said a few years ago. If anything happens to me, it's also Museveni, the culprit, because of me exposing his history of murdering Ugandans, including the abduction and murder of Ugandan elites, especially the late Chief Justice of Uganda Ben Chwanuka, Makerere University Vice Chancellor Frank Kalimuzeo, Ankole Prince Patrick Ruhinda, and Buganda Prince Frederick Wampamba. I have written repeatedly and extensively about how Amin police investigators found Museveni driving vehicle number UUU171 in Mbale, Eastern Uganda on January 22, 1973. This was the registration number that had been reported 4 months earlier by eyewitnesses of the heinous Ben Chwanuka abduction on September 19, 1972, never to be seen alive again to this day. An arrest that Museveni escaped, and he has remained a fugitive from the law to this day as well. His Fronasa terrorist colleagues were arrested back then, tried in a special military tribunal in February 1973, and those found guilty of the heinous abductions and murders of innocent Ugandan elites were then sentenced to firing squad in public after their crimes were read out to the public and to the relatives of their victims. I am saying this because Munangi Museveni could be simply smiling, yet waiting for Ugandans to forget what I said about him being the murderer. Clearly, there needs to be a judicial review on these cases since there is no statute of limitations for the crime of murder. I would also like to state here that while His Excellency President Idi Amin established those special tribunals to try the 1972 Fronasa terrorists and Bakondo, who were really abducting, murdering and terrorizing innocent Ugandans for their political reasons, Museveni is here today trying to enable military courts to try Ugandans simply as a way to rule by putting fear in the hearts of Ugandans, essentially a reign of terror that his son seems to be enjoying. Thank you.